So yeah, I try to spread the good word. So I tell children, fear failure, and I tell them, if you did something, there's no mitigating circumstances, and it's because you chose to do it. And so I wrote this song about that. It's called Free Will. It's got the devil's interval in it, so you know it's extra true. When he was a toddling lad, he thought the cactus a toy. When he reached out and grabbed in his hand, it was stabbed, dread terror replacing his joy. But he grabbed of his own free will, he done of his own free will. When he was tall as a suckling goat, around the cook fire he ran. When his foot twisted down and he fell to the ground, and he burned up and mangled his hand. But he run of his own free will, he chose of his own free will. Scarce had the feeling returned to his fingers, though mighty a scar did remain. A smooth man sold him balm that would soothe and would calm, but instead caused more damage and pain. But he bought of his own free will, he chose of his own free will. Well, his parents were through in this burdensome boy, and they sent him to work on a farm, to haul chaff and split logs and feed orange rinds to hogs and keep themselves distant from harm. While other boys learned how to add or to spell, the boy toiled and labored all day, learning nothing of books or how wider worlds look. Folks shook their heads and did say he stayed dumb of his own free will. He's a fool of his own free will. When the boy was of age, the farm sent him away to work at a shop for a trade. No foreman would have it, a literate scab, except a strange man with a spade. But he done of his own free will, he chose of his own free will. The next night things went wrong for the boy and the man, sneaking in through the churchyard. Townsmen lay in wait just beyond the back gate and set on them both and quite hard. The great hall the next day saw them stand to be judged, not a word said in either's defense. The judge stood and cried, evil men all must die, for such crimes death is your recompense. You sinned of your own free will, you chose evil of your own free will. I chose to forget a verse that time.
I chose to forget all the chords.
Yep, in the middle part. We find that's the better part, is if we choose to forget the chords, it comes through as more authentic.